Good afternoon, Raptor Nation, Raptor fans out there. How y'all doing? This is Adonde Raps Gaming with another video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoy this video here as I'm about to do. But before I begin with the video, I just want to remind my subscribers out there who watch or who don't watch that at the end of this Raptors 2023-24 season, there will be no more talk about Raptors post-game reaction, Raptor news, or trades or whatever, right? So I'm just going to focus on keeping this channel still, but the name will change to maybe Adonde Gaming or something else. I'll try to think about that, all right? So I'll just be posting more mobile games on this channel. So if you are interested, you can stay along, or if you don't want to, that's okay with me. All right, so as I said, after the end of this Raptors season, whether they make it to the play-in tournament, the playoffs, or the NBA finals, as soon as this season is over, that's it. No more Raptors talk, post-game reaction, none of that, all right? So just letting you all know, I did a video talking about that a couple of days ago. So just let the viewers and subscribers know what I'm doing with this channel. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay here. I mean, I have 900, and this will be 984. Yeah, this would be my 984th video posted throughout the couple of years. I remember like going back, I was looking back at my recent videos like 2 years ago, and it's funny how time flies. I was saying like I was not going to do any more Raptor talk and none of that. Then the next couple of weeks after, I end up doing back to my Raptors stuff. So I mean, with me, it's, you never know what you'll get with me, right? But I made my decision finally last week. This whole thing talking about Raptors and doing post-game reaction, it's not very easy to talk about, right? The trades and all this, so you talk about a different player, you want them to perform for the team, and what's good and what's bad on the organization as a basketball fan. Also, if you look through my videos, I've done a couple of Maple Leaf playoffs the last 2 seasons. Talk about the Blue Jays as well. This is mostly a Raptor channel. I trying to do too much. I was thinking maybe that's was okay for me, but then just looking at it and seeing, yeah, that's kind of too much, right? That's too much. So I'll just be sticking to mobile gaming. You can see the videos that I posted. The new games like NBA Infinite came out a few days ago. You can see me posting with NBA 2K24, my team, the NBA 2K mobile, NBA Live. Excuse me, folks. And also there will be other video games that I'll be posting. So if you are a gamer, hopefully you will enjoy this channel here, as I'll be posting after the Raptor season is done. In the meantime, I will still be posting some more games and stuff, but try to focus more on the Raptor season. And let's talk about the Raptors remaining season. So Raptors with 27 games remaining left in the season, 19-36. The first half for the Raptors, I just looking at the schedule, and as I said in a video earlier, the Raptors record could have been 29 and 26. All right, now where that would put them, maybe sixth or seventh, depend on the other teams that are in that mix. But here they are, 19-36. A lot of changes I've gone through with this Raptors season so far. They started off differently with guys that were on the team from the year before, brought in new guys, and then the veterans like Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby, those guys, being traded. And guys like Dennis Schroeder, who they got in the offseason, he gets traded. So, new look Raptor team with RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly. Let's just look at the list again. They got guys like Kelly Olynyk, Bruce Brown, Jonte Porter, and Ochai Abaji. And also they had other guys that were on the team, but they didn't stay long. Guys like Kyrie Lewis Jr. So now the question is, what are the Raptors planning to do with these 27 games? Now there's talks about them trying to compete to get into a play-in tournament spot. Really? I mean, it's a far-fetched. It's gonna take a miracle for that to happen. And they're gonna need a lot of help, right? So can't depend on who to lose and who to win. You gotta focus on your games, right? And there's other talks about Raptors tanking, which they are doing right now. Okay. So whether they tank or try to make it the play-in tournament, for me, the lineup has to be a different lineup starting tomorrow as they play the Brooklyn Nets, hosting the Brooklyn Nets at home against one of their former teammate, Dennis Schroeder. So the lineup, you gotta give guys like Grady Dick more opportunities, give him more minutes. This is nothing bad against Gary Trent Jr. that Darko is using him, but if the team is going to develop throughout the rest of the season and beyond next season, which, as I said, I won't be even bother talking about next season because there won't be no more Raptors talk with me. But if the Raptors are going to continue on with the season, they got to develop their players more. Guys like Grady Dick, give more minutes to RJ and Emmanuel Quickly, that's a different story. Who else am I thinking about? Give more minutes. Marquise Noel, right? The guys from the 905. I remember they did sign, I forgot to mention this from a long time, Mamadou Guy, that's how you pronounce his name. Give him more minutes. Javon Freeman, if that's his name, yeah, give him also more minutes, right? So, as we all know, what the Raptors are doing with uh, working and building around Scotty Barnes, the All Star Scotty Barnes, who scored 16 points in his first All Star appearance. Looked great up there that Sunday night. Also in that skills competition. I hope it doesn't take a lot of pressure on Scotty for him to be that leader, right? Uh, you get the help from RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly, though the guys that came in a trade deal with OG Ananobi and Precious Achua and Malachi Flynn and a first round pick. You can have those guys working as a big three unit. Then your center with Jakob Pertl, what's the situation will be with him moving forward? Will he be getting more minutes, or do they give Kelly Olynyk more minutes? What I mean, Kelly Olynyk is more like a bench, coming off the bench type of player, right? Um, as I mentioned, Gary Trent Jr., but as I said, I want to see Grady Dick because the way how Grady has played the last few games before the All Star break uh, looked very good coming off the bench. So I think it's time that Darko and the rest of the coaching staff decide to say, okay, well, if we are not going to make the play-in tournament, let's see what we can do with Grady Dick in the lineup, and maybe that will, help boost the team a little bit, get some wins there and there. Hopefully get that 3 wins for that dinner, that pizza dinner that people are saying. I don't know even know. I like honestly, I don't know where people are getting pizza from. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, Darko said he will buy them dinner, right? I did not hear anything about pizza. Maybe y'all hear something about pizza or someone started this pizza thing. I don't know. But the thing is, Raptors have still not yet to win 3 games in a row. Okay, they've lost 4 games 2 times. They lost 3 games. Let me see. Well, they lost 3 games 3 times already. Now it's 4 because they just wrapped up this. They wrap up the first half on a 3-game losing streak, and yet to win 3. Right, they've won 2 a couple of times. The longest losing streak for the Raptors is 5. So you want to give guys like Grady Dick more minutes to play. Try to help push the team if they can get their more confidence going. Also with Scotty Barnes, how will Scotty Barnes look after the All-Star break? Is he going to be a new rejuvenated type player? Hopefully his emotions don't really catch up with him. The game against the San Antonio last week where he left the game early. He did apologize for that, and I like how the team and everyone else talked to him about it. And I mean, as a young rookie, well, I mean, he's a sophomore right now. These are learning things that being put on Scotty for him being a leader. Okay, but that's why you have guys like Jakob Pertl, Kelly Olynyk, these veteran guys, Garrett Temple, Chris Boucher, the guys that have been in the league for a long time. right? So the Scotty Barnes thing, it's something that he's gonna probably have to go through. But you just don't want to put it on one person. This is a whole team unit thing. Raptors is a Toronto thing. This is not the Toronto Scotty Barnes or Toronto Barnes. This is the Toronto Raptors. All right. So I don't want to put the whole focus on Scotty Barnes of him being the next new uh, team leader and stuff. Which every sports team does have a leader, but I feel like it's a whole team thing. Just can't rely on someone, right? On one person. So, uh, as I mentioned earlier, 27 games remaining in the schedule. And as I'm looking at the schedule right now in front of me, because I write it down, and I write down the the win, the loss, and also mark the games that the Raptors could have won. There have been 12 games this season where the Raptors have lost by 15 or more. And we all wish this would have been a better result. I mean, coming into the season with a new head coach, uh, coaching his first season. At one time, I was, on that train or whatever you want to call it, Darko, not being a coach ready. Although he has a lot of assistant coaching experience, but not in the head coaching level in the NBA. I mean, maybe like other places he has done it and so forth. But just looking back at it, I gotta understand as a first head coach, this is gonna be the situation where most head coaches during their first time are gonna not be lucky, right? Look, Nick Nurse was one of those lucky coaches, okay, because he spent with the Raptors how many seasons as an assistant coach doing Casey. Raptors fired Casey, end up hiring Nurse in his first year. What happened? That happened. So I'll say, I mean, some coaches are lucky. Not for Darko situation. And also, I think what I like with Darko right now, and I did an apology because I said like, hey, why did Masai hire Darko? Was this the good idea for him to hire Darko? Because of the moves he was making, not making lineup changes. You remember before how when Dennis Schroeder was on the team, I mean, Darko and Dennis were, you know, coach and teammate back in OKC. And Darko was kind of reluctant of, putting Dennis Schroeder on the bench, right? And I know most of us fans were crying out and yelling out, you know, get, I think it was like Gary Trent Jr. To start. Um, and it took a while before that happened. So, I mean, all these things, it's a learning process, right? A learning experience as a new head coach. But what I also like with Darko, I mean, after that game against the Lakers, yeah, the game, one of those games that the Raptors should have won. I'm not saying could. They should have won that game. Biased to um the lack of help from the refs which the refs only giving help to the Lakers, right? That rant, the press conference with Darko, he let it out, and from that, I said to myself, okay, for the rest of the season, whatever happens, I'll be okay with it. If the Raptors, I know, don't make the play-in tournament or don't make the playoffs, because I think what Darko did put himself and the team to let the league know, hey, this is not called for. Also, saying Scotty Barnes going to be an all-star. And what happened? All-star Scotty Barnes, but I mean, he was not voted in. He got replaced by two injured players, him and Trey Young. That press conference he did, look, that made a statement for me. All right, so I'm hoping, and we're all hoping that with the 27 games remaining, hopefully we can see more Grady Dick in the starting lineup. Give more space flooring, more three-ball shooting from him as well. And get guys like Scotty Barnes, to don't have to commit all the time and help out as well. In the meantime, RJ Barrett, um, coming to Toronto back home, he's looked very well out there in that Raptor uniform. Emmanuel Cookie, he's looking good. I mean, to me, he's kind of falling off a little bit still. So I don't know how Darko should put the lineup for the rest of the season. If you're gonna put Scotty Barnes at the point, could have Grady playing the two. Can have then RJ at the three. Now, who should play at the four? Who should play at the power forward position? Now, they could go with Kelly Olynyk and then Jakob Poeltl at center. They could. But I mean, is that a good idea? To have two big guys who are almost at the same height. I don't know. I mean, it's a difficult situation for Darko. What to do? I mean, you could. I mean, you put Emmanuel Quickly and Barnes to play, point guard, shooting guard. Then have RJ Barrett. Grady, I don't think, no. Well, Grady will not play the four. You're not putting RJ Barrett at the four either. So, I mean, it's a difficult what's the word I'm looking for right now, folks? It's going to be hard to see what lineup Darko will use, but as I said, put in Grady, right? I think all of us Raptor fans are saying put in Grady in the lineup. So let's look at the schedule for the remaining of February. They have Brooklyn, and they go on the road. They play Atlanta. Then they head back up north to Indiana, come back home to play Dallas to wrap up February. March now, this is where it will be a little tough for the Raptors. Some of the games, winnable games. They have a 4-game homestand, starting with Dallas the February 28th, and in March they play Golden State, Charlotte, and New Orleans. Yeah, they could get 2 wins there. I mean, Golden State, that should be a winnable game, but hey, Golden State has been playing very well lately. The other 4 that I mentioned before, Brooklyn, that's going to be a tough one. Atlanta, they could squeeze in a win there. Indiana is going to be a tough one. Dallas is going to be another tough one. Back to March, where they then go on the West Coast to Phoenix. They play Portland, one of those games at the Raptors back in October, where they lost to Denver and Detroit. That Detroit game, March 13th, I hope the Raptors get their revenge for losing to one of the worst team. And then you have a back-to-back against Orlando at home and on the road. Then they host Sacramento, OKC, Washington, Brooklyn again, New York, Philadelphia. And then you have April, where they play the Lakers. That's another game I'll be looking forward to. Hopefully we don't see the same ref like in that last game. Then they play Minnesota, Milwaukee on the road, Washington, Indiana again, Brooklyn, Miami, back-to-back in Miami. So look, out of those 27 games, 19 wins. They might only get, to me, they might get 13 or 14 wins. That's about it. Now, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for them to get into that play-in tournament spot. Another thing I want to see, how the Raptors can finally beat a team within their division, and they get another opportunity starting tomorrow against Brooklyn. So I believe the Raptors, I don't know about Detroit. I do not know about the Pistons or the Blazers or San Antonio. But all I know is that the Raptors are the only team in their division that has not yet to beat a team in their division, if that makes any sense. So they've lost to Philadelphia a couple of times, Boston, New York, and they've lost to Brooklyn one time already this season. This will be their second meeting, this one being at home. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up with this video here, folks. Thank you for watching. If you would like you can still subscribe to this channel as I continue until the end of the Raptor season. Or you can like, comment, and if you like, share this video as well. All right, I'm Adonde Raps Gaming. Go Raptors, go.